Should be good.
Alrighty, so we are picking up. We had a little bit of a hiatus just due to scheduling and everything like that. But we are starting back where we left off. I was thinking about skipping you guys ahead, but there's a couple things that are going to occur. So we are just going to pick up right from the top. Would anyone like to do an official recap of what happened last session and our thoughts?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
All right. So last session, I forgot most of what happened, but I remember at the end there was a racist gay wizard.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
His partner
Partner.
is sick with something nasty that Neela's trying to help fix with
Yeah,
her powers of knowing a lot about plants.
Yeah, they were like, hey, we're gonna teach this child and homeschool her, and then instead they're just like, let's go to the farmer's market and identify plants. Which I guess is a teaching method.
Yes.
Peculiar of sorts.
Also, Neela's
oh.
cool. She's so cool. I like her now. I forgot what happened last session to make that the case, but she's my little homie.
Maybe it was her running from the cop. I don't recall exactly what it was.
It wasn't that, but I like her for that too.
Fair enough. Rebellion. We love it.
Mhm.
Yes. So last session we spent in the northern section of Weathermount, not Weatherport. Cleaning up a little bit, doing some shopping, everything else. Finding the bard dads, and eventually leading to picking up Neela. I think that is kind of what I'll say is the highlight of last session, was just the peculiar interaction you guys had with one of her mentors. He told you all that they are a partner of traveling wizards who seem to be a little bit away from wherever they're from, holing up in this abandoned, old, crackly looking mansion where they seem to be teaching Neela, and Neela seems to be teaching them. Diving more into that, it seems that the other partner that you did not meet, named Dominus, is feeling ill, having some form of mental or just memory issues due to his time away from home.
Just like Lou for real.
In which Neela has been helping him pick out various plants and herbs, hoping to concoct maybe a potion or something to make him feel better. He also displayed a little bit of this magic by transforming the terrain around you into a sandy shore and the fields into roaring waters, but only for a brief moment, as when he made his point, he kind of snapped his fingers and it all returned, and gave you guys a farewell, and expects to see Neela tomorrow. In game time, the door has just shut, and you guys have all kind of gathered to talk about what you guys just experienced and where you guys would like to head next.
So we're really going to ignore that I had a voice in my head, right?
That's called thinking, Maladin. We all do it.
Yeah, even me sometimes.
Oh, yeah, we all do it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that at all.
I knew it was coming. Well, I mean, it was probably the wizard, right? Was it the same voice as the wizard's voice?
So the mental intrusion, technically,
No, it
didn't
wasn't
really
him. The voice says.
have a voice, but just picking up on kind of I'll say the dialect at which it was using to pursue your inner thoughts. No, it did not seem to be him, the one you just spoke to.
No, it wasn't him. It was probably the other one that mentally wanders.
Yeah, that could be it. It's probably nothing to worry about. What did it say again?
I think
I
all he
mean-
said was that's interesting.
See, it's nothing.
It was more of like you picking up on it, having a conversation with you that it didn't expect you to hear. You were just thinking about your day and the people around you, and kind of felt this mental prod asking for more information about those things you were thinking about. Since it failed, you don't know exactly what it was going for, but you sense that specifics were kind of it was drifting. It was trying to lead you towards giving it more information about the people around you, who you are, what you're doing here.
It was being very
It's-
nosy.
It was being very nosy.
Oh. They would ask you about like your past and stuff.
No, it knows not to ask about that. It wasn't rude.
Oh, well,
Come on,
I
Lucius
wouldn't
Payne is
call
best.
that rude to ask about someone else. I mean, if they're a friend, then you kind of want to get to know your friend.
I wanted
Don't
to
call
know
that
about my
rude.
dad. That was real weird.
Uh-huh.
Ah, yes. Tried and true joke. We know
Anyways.
those words.
Listen, when we found the shut off button to the conversation, we're going to be
Yeah.
slamming it. It's the meme of the dude sweating to click the button, but there's only
Yeah.
one, and it's absolute.
Ugh. Anyways, we have some food to deliver.
Yes. So I'm assuming the plan is to leave here and start heading back home.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. If you guys could kind of get together and come up with a marching order.
Okay, where's the child going?
It's not suspicious at all.
Where is the child? Is it Gray? That one
It's-
is not named.
Or-
Why are none of them named? I had them named. Okay, I remember yellow was Pugman.
That makes sense.
Yellow for the color of my flames.
Oh,
Color of his piss
Say that
yellow hair.
Gray
oh.
is on.
I think that's racist.
No, it's not.
Your family
okay,
will
my bad.
burn tonight.
Orias.
I'm changing his voice for some reason.
Blue is. It's okay. As a DM, I am most likely going to change every voice you guys hear after like months. So
Except for Renee.
Yeah.
We won't notice, but when we play part 1 and part 80,
yeah, that's when it's really gonna pick up. You're gonna talk to someone and they're gonna be like, "You're not welcome around these parts." And then you're not gonna talk to this NPC for like 3-4 months and then come back to them and they're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, my name's Dandy." Like it's gonna be polar opposite. Hopefully not, but it's
what's the way to town? Back the way you came.
yeah.
What's the way to town? Oh, this way, sir.
Well, it's right over here. They're real nice people. It's completely opposite. For sake of marching order, I'm going to say that Neela is going to stick to Ronane's side. So wherever Ronane is, you can assume that Neela is with him in the marching.
Makes sense.
Well, we'll do this. I'm in charge now.
All right.
Where's
Lila's in the front.
We're going to put Ronane up front.
Where's
he's
Neela?
holding Neela gracefully out with his hands, just in case a stray arrow comes his way. So which one of these is the caboose?
Leon.
Okay. Copy.
Also, I think it makes sense if Lou is
Wait,
like
yeah,
beside
I should
Renee.
really be like in
Well, that's
middle
what I
or
tried, and then people
forward.
started stacking the other way.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll hold on. Luke, you're fine, buddy. Just stay there. We'll do yeah.
Couldn't
yeah.
move if I wanted to.
We got to go.
Oh, we're just gonna
cliff.
go in
No.
a straight line. Yeah, okay.
No, you guys, stop it. Hold on. There we go. The gang's all
No,
here.
I like the idea of all of
Gang's
us
all
walking
here.
side by side in a straight line,
No.
You know what? Good
spanning the
point.
most
Taking up the
space.
entire sidewalk and the road.
Oh my.
We're taking up both sidewalks.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, which way is forward and which way is backwards? Clearly, you guys are all walking side
Hold
by
on.
side, holding hands down the road. Like
There we
the
go.
parent just have to talk to this person that they live 2 minutes up the road from. After running. And
This,
now it is now my problem.
this is the dream right here.
So
See, that's actually Roman formation.
all right. So
I was gonna do buddy system, but no one liked buddy system.
it's either way. It is entirely up to you guys. I guess it won't matter specifically. I guess I need to know who would be in the front.
We'll put
Maladin.
okay.
You really want to use that bell, huh?
We're not. That's the funny thing. We're not.
Ring a ding ding.
Dear. So Maladin, you are leading the party of the 6 Care Bears holding hands.
I am the leader of morons. I am the moron king, if you would.
Well, I'm the leader, but
The
you know,
moron.
close.
Renee just looks at you. Hmm?
Okay, I'm
Well, I'm
redoing
his
my
boss.
order.
I'm Renee's
love my
boss,
order.
if nothing else.
My order's great.
I would love to think that Dominus and Charmer are inside the mansion just watching 7 morons in their front lawn.
There we go.
No, you're back there. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Hold on. There we go.
Okay.
That's the marching order. That's it.
Sounds good.
Wait, I'm wrong. Hold on.
Oh god. True.
Now we're good.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
Thanks.
So, Maladin, if you wouldn't mind giving me a generic perception check, and I'm looking for my dice so I can roll for
I can't wait for this to be a nat one and get an arrow through the brain.
That would be hilarious.
Well,
Blue, why'd you
close.
shoot?
It came out to be
Oh
an
my
8.
God.
No.
I missed with the cup of water. I made sure to hit this time.
I hit him the only way I knew I could.
All right, get this guy halberd.
No.
Yeah. So you guys, and we're gonna use the same map for the time being because I did not think enough to make a generic in the middle of travel wood area. I need to do that actually.
I think D&D Beyond has one if you open up the maps there.
Do they really? Give me
All I know is that every other DM I play with has used it like so much, it feels like. So I assume it's a base one.
see. Oh, I am so dumb. Apparently they have it for Icespire Peak, which is hilarious.
That's nice.
But it does seem like this is halfway in development.
Oh, the D&D Beyond maps are awesome.
They're pretty cool. Do I have to? Oh, what? No.
I don't know how they-
world?
So if it's too much hassle, then no big deal. Just thought I'd mention it as an
Nope,
option.
nope. I have found one. Thank you.
I can't wait to contribute to Maladin's death.
Me too. I can't wait to kill him.
I like how the general assumption from Zach in like starting us before session was saying it's like some stuff's gonna happen, and then
Yeah,
everybody's just
Malin's
like,
going to die.
Malin's gonna die.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Chase is gonna get his wish to turn into a pyromaniac by the end of the session.
Or plot stuff. Maybe he'll be abducted by space aliens.
And then turn into a pyromaniac.
Maybe. He comes back a completely different. It's not the same guy, but we just assume it is.
It's that second voice in his head. It's the girl that dude was trying to revive. It just took her a while to get back.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I did kind of have that as an idea at one point.
It would have been so funny.
Maybe so. It would have. But the way you guys got here was completely different than what I anticipated. So.
Oh yeah.
Dog was probably expecting us to have a ship arc instead of just teleporting.
It would have been fun.
I mean, teleporting was kind of, yeah. I was not expecting that. You guys were like, "Oh right, there's a wizard," and I was like, "Yeah."
Well, you gave us a teleportation wizard, so
That's a fair point.
And now we're broke.
yeah. I mean, I'm not, but you are. I'm balling.
Yeah, because your mom gave you an allowance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, we're gonna try this. If the quality is garbage, we're just gonna use the same map. Objects. Opponent. Real time D&D garbage. Where did that token go? It's not too awful.
Okay, I'm ready. Thank you.
This is a generic
Alright.
Pokemon map. This is the
What
grassy
give you
field.
is
This is the grassy field you start out in. The professor sends you out. Hey, stupid, go catch that first Pokemon.
That's it. That's the map. I fought so many battles. Why is it sideways?
Why is
I
that
fought so many battles on this map. It's
It's
slanted. 'cause
only
it's on the.
it's only sideways depending on how you look at it.
We're just gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got jumped here so many times.
Sideways
why am I
is a
hearing
matter of
boss music?
perspective.
It's just it comes with the territory. Penelope, what? What is it, child? Come here. Oh.
Somewhat like this.
Penelope says hello.
Awesome.
Hello, Penelope.
Tell them I said.
She kind of made the same noise back.
Yeah.
Don't tell her I'm here. I know she doesn't like me.
Well, she likes that I have popcorn.
I love pugs. Pugs are awesome.
Pugs hate me.
That's because you keep jumping at her.
I don't jump at her.
You do.
I don't know what that means, but I don't jump at her.
Okay. Every time she's like leaning forward to check you out, you do the thing where you're like trying to get her to play with you, except it just scares her.
I'm confused, but okay.
Penelope. Oh, she doesn't care right now. She just wants.
No, she's the only animal that doesn't like me, so I've got a pretty good track record.
She doesn't like anyone.
So as you guys are walking, you get midway through a familiar trek back to town. As I stated previously, this mansion on the outskirts is very much so on the outskirts, part of the outskirts. And you guys, did someone just shrink Pug Nap? And while walking amongst your usual chatter, it opens up into a field, and there's trees around that kind of gets to this choke point. And as you guys cross through it, you see the beaten path, small, maybe 5 foot across. Trees are apart from each other, and standing there directly in the center, you see a rather tall, masculine figure who is wearing nothing but armor pieces. His face is unseen as it kind of has the black cloth across it, similar to an executioner, with the helm on top of it to hide his features. He has a long sword in front of him, which is stuck into the ground, and that is the scene before you. You're not necessarily sure of where he came from, but as you guys kind of get to this point in a language that only Maladin would understand.
No, no. You think.
I do think I need to check to make
Is
sure.
it
it's-
abyssal, deep speech, or undercommon? If none of the above, then Maladin knows
Oh.
nothing.
Holy crap! Okay, at least 2 of you know this language.
Let's go!
I don't think it's me.
I think it's me.
Starting to think Maladin doesn't understand it.
Layla would know it as well.
Let's go.
What'd you do? Pick up abyssal too?
Yeah.
Yep. Don't know why. It's there though.
Ask Arias.
But yes, in a very harsh and raspy tone, you all hear, while very harsh and raspy, a lower toned voice who goes, "Halt!" His figure not wavering. He is simply shouting a command from before you.
I'm
How
gonna
do you
be
guys?
I'm gonna be honest. Someone says that in abyssal, they mean business. I think.
Yeah, I think I'm turning around.
What did you say?
Halt. You know how hard
Lou's
that
gonna
is to say in
take a step
abyssal?
forward. He doesn't know what he's saying.
That is true. What details do you give to your fellow travelers? How do you each respond? I think Maladin, you being at the front would kind of deem how far the party moves as a whole.
Nice.
Wait, why are we backing up?
He said halt. We're listening.
Yeah, he said stop.
Okay, ask him why.
I kind
I
of don't
think we
want
should
to.
leave.
The, I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be up to Layla because Maladin, if he hears someone talking abyssal, he doesn't have good experience with people who talk in abyssal. That normally
And
means
neither does Layla.
death.
Hey, you! Lou's gonna shout out.
Lou, shut up, Lou, shut up, Lou, shut up, Lou, shut
Hey,
up.
why do we have to halt?
Lou, stop that.
You hear him mutter something under his breath, and wrap both hands around the hilt of this long sword, and quickly jut it back into the ground as a shockwave of it stabbing back into the earth kind of echoes throughout the trees. And he says, "In common, identify yourselves."
Okay, see, he caused an earthquake with a sword. I can't do that.
No, it's not an earthquake.
It's a shockwave. You're being dramatic.
He caused a baby earthquake with a sword. I can't do that.
He breaks the sound barrier, and all of your.
Did you hear
Hey,
that jet go over us?
Rainbow Dash did that too. Let's calm down.
Oh my god.
All right, Lou, go for it then. You
All
wanna
right,
be-
we're
Yeah, you just.
yeah. No, shut up. I got this. We're just travelers. We come in peace.
He's gonna kill us.
As Lou has hand on bow, string drawn
We're
back.
just yeah. No, yeah. String drawn back. No, we're
I
just
require your names, mortal.
all
Mortal.
right.
Hold on. Hold on now.
Why? He just wants my name.
Yeah. No. We're the last person you gave names to.
Oh, wait, yeah. What does
No,
it
I don't
say?
remember.
Isn't that like a fable?
Picks up the sword,
Is it?
angling at you and holding it out with one singular hand. And Maladin, it is pointed directly at you. And he
Oh.
says, "Start with the skittish one."
I look down at Pugnat.
I think the sword is pointed at you.
I move left or right. He follows me with the sword.
His sword doesn't follow, but his head eerily turns at a perfect angle to
Oh.
follow your movements.
Well, that's lovely. What if we say no?
Maladin, don't say no.
Blood will be slain.
Okay, what if
From
we
all of you.
give you our names?
Then only one of you may.
Oh, well, that's lovely, isn't it?
Been sent here with direct orders to find one individual.
Guys, I think the Terminator's after me.
Are you sure it isn't one of the,
You know, it could be after
Watching criminals?
the Archie boy here.
Hey. Okay, cool. No, I'll go first. I mean, this is the skittish one's Malcolm. I'm Jurgen. This is my brother Durgan. That's
I'm
that's
around.
Layla.
No, why would you do this?
And that's Pugnat. And
You only care about
Neela.
you only care about yourself. I'm going to die.
No, you're dead. He's not looking for you. And am I missing anyone? And those are the bards.
We don't give them names.
Tell me, Jurgen,
Mm-hmm.
are you all naive mortals? Elves, humans, gnomes?
Orcs. Yeah, you get it.
Would you mind rolling deception?
Come on, Jurgen, for the
tall,
win.
Tall goblins.
And I'll
Lean
say,
orc.
I have inspiration, so if this goes poorly, I've got that. And I've got luck on my side.
Mhm.
Okay.
You also have 3 bards in your party.
Oh, can you do anything to help me?
I'm not
speaking right now. So.
Okay, so definitely not that one, so I'm gonna use inspiration to re-roll it.
Oh, I didn't even see. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, and definitely not that one, so I'm gonna use lucky to re-roll it. Okay, we're stuck with a 10.
Where are you rolling at?
It should be sent to the party.
No.
Oh.
It was from Maladin's 16 minutes ago. But
well,
I will trust your earnesty, as I don't think anyone lies about rolling
A
a 10.
10.
It was I think it was like a 5, an 8, and a 10.
I believe you.
I wish I didn't.
He picks up the sword and shuffles to the side. He says, one at a time. Who
Why?
do you send first?
Wait, this is an open field. Why do we care about the path?
I think he's gonna chase us down if we try to run. And honestly,
Hey, sir, what if we just went the other way? Is that all right?
Do you have a reason to be skittish?
Well,
yes,
I
you're a
told you our
strange
names
man
and
in the middle of the
everything.
forest. You
Yeah.
have threatened us.
Where are you from?
You keep calling us mortals.
That is true. He does keep calling you
You
mortals.
keep calling us mortals, and we don't really like that.
I don't like being reminded of my mortality.
I'm pretty sure 2 of us are not mortals.
Well, it's kind of an in-between. Elf is a funny thing.
I meant more like the immortal elves. The ones who are like immortal.
The 2 with the magic tree in their house.
Yeah.
Oh, them, yeah. them.
All on
Everything's about you.
Well, I haven't died yet.
All right, go on then. Go first.
All right, fine, cool. Raise my hands up and go forward.
Okay. Let's see. You are the one with the bow. As you trot, and what's your demeanor? Like, are you just following orders at this point? Do you have any
Swaggering past.
swagger? Yeah, absolutely.
Lou will walk up a bit nonchalantly. His hand is kind of at the quiver, I'll say. Nonchalantly ready to fire an arrow if things go sour.
Okay. As you get close, is your intentions to pass him, or like how? Well, I guess.
No, just to like walk up to him, I guess.
You're gonna stare him right in the face.
Sure.
Oh no.
As you approach him, he does hold his sword out to block the way, away from his body, almost intimidatingly, as he does not need to necessarily defend himself against you. He's more worried about blocking the path than swinging on you at this moment.
Dog already lied. He said one at a time, and he's blocking the way for the one at a time.
Hey, what do you need else? Besides, names? You need my street address or something?
I do not find your sickly means of deception flattering.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm a terrible liar. I lied about some of the names. I can guess who you might want if you're calling us mortals. Yeah, okay, fine, cool. I'm Lou. But not that Lou. Not the one you're thinking of.
Which one are you thinking of again?
I don't know what Lou you might be thinking, but I'm just Lou.
Roll deception.
No, not yet. Looks at you, and you can only assume you can't see like the necessarily the bead of his eyes or where he's staring, but his presence almost feels as if a hole is burning directly through your nose. And you
Okay,
see
fine, I am that Lou. But
one of you is wearing a mask.
I look
Huh?
left, I look right, I look behind me. Hmm?
Or don't you have that mask that kind of
oh yeah.
deceives your you have like
Uh,
glowing red orbs as eyes?
uh, the dread helm, you are correct. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Oh yeah, it hides the rest of my face. I forgot about that. I mean, it's not necessarily a mask. It's a helm. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure.
So you see the helmet, look left, look right, look back, and it's like,
Then he does like a comedic like
shrug of
taps his
shoulders.
forehead and he's like, "Oh, right, yeah." You do not hear this conversation, at least his part of it, as he is kind of uh whispering to Lou at this moment. Not whispering, but the voice does not carry as much as it has been. Who
Just the
are
God.
they?
The one wearing the mask? Or do you want like a countdown about like all of them?
The more words you use, the less patience I have.
Okay. The one with the mask. He's just our front man, our fighter, our that's That's Maladin. He's not important to anything going on. He's not,
I thought you were gonna be like, "Ah, that's Malcolm. He's our manservant.
Uh,
Fine."
Yeah,
Lou's
Malcolm.
kind of figuring that the lying's not gonna work.
Lou,
Yes.
as the elder of your group, I need you to make a decision.
Oh? The Elder?
Do
Wait,
do
was
we
that in
just hear? Do
character?
we hear that in a
Yeah.
high pitched voice?
This is
No,
probably
sorry, was that in
probably
character?
yes, it was in.
Oh! Lou's voice cracked. Elder?
I look back at everybody.
I don't.
You have the one I am seeking. Is a matter of business beyond your plane of existence. Official matters, and he kind of speaks under his breath yet again in abyssal, at which you do not understand what he's saying. And he says, politics.
Or I don't know what this is about, but I really don't think he's some political guy. I mean, he's Maladin. He's not like a duke or something.
His intentions matter not. It is simply a matter of business.
I mean, what about
We have official business that must take hold.
If he owes you some money or something, we can work that out.
The rest of you, hearing his voice raise again, hear him shout something. It's a name, so I think everyone would kind of get it. You hear him, Gajaga, and the voice echoes through the woods. And there's a moment of silence before Lou, to your right, you hear footsteps approaching from inside the woods.
I'd love to like take a pace back and get my bow ready.
Okay. You see stepping out, covered in thin gray and purple robes, a Githyanki. They seem to have what looks like official unique accents on their face that have been painted on. He's a little bit thinner, but seems to be agile as he holds a quarterstaff in one hand, and his other hand has what seems to be almost like a very thinly carved wooden mask that would cover the eyes and the nose.
I know why they're calling us mortals now.
You see on his arms, almost in not a functional manner, but as an adornment, are shackles, and the same for his feet around his ankles. And he simply approaches with a quarterstaff drawn, and while eyeing you, he does walk over to this other figure.
I don't know what's going on here, but we really need to get going.
You hear them exchange words in this tone. Are you continuing to back up? Like, what are you?
Lou's gonna continue to back up towards the party.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me check something real quick.
Guys, why do we keep letting Lou talk for the party?
I don't know. He really is the
Yeah.
worst front
Maybe
man we
because
could possibly
none of the
have.
bards ever step up. That's why.
Next time I'm gonna just start kicking Lou if he starts talking.
No.
He's getting kicked.
You see him continue to talk to this figure beside him, and in a very scraggly voice, very high pitched. You see the figure known as Gajagar responding until eventually this unknown political figure of sorts hands him a scroll.
Hmm.
And he takes what you can assume is an impromptu formal stance and unrolls it. And everyone hears him decree this: Maladin!
Oh, is that how you're supposed to be pronouncing it?
I'm trying to think of what else it would say.
Matt, it just says the name in big bold letters.
Melody.
Unfurls it like the dragon scroll from Kung Fu Panda. It's just one word.
He just opens it and he yells, D's! I don't know.
Nuts. Sorry.
The joke is banned. Thank goodness we never came across mind goblins.
Maladin! Crash unknown. I am Gajagar of the Reckless Star Cast. I challenge you to a duel. Of standard crash ruling, you must oblige or face consequences. Do you accept?
What are those consequences?
He looks over and the knight kind of looks at him. They whisper something. And you see the knight who is trying. You see he's Lou specifically. He's kind of translating. You do not get the sense that Gajagar knows Common. And he says,
I can say an abyssal for him.
if you would like to.
Sure.
He looks to the knight, and the knight says, "It is simple." And he's speaking to you in abyssal, so only you and Layla would know what is being said.
Man.
And Arias, probably.
You know what? You're right. Yeah. Which Arias is taking notes. Funnily
What?
enough.
What a
It's like
loser.
this is gonna make a great song.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, I'm gonna love singing about this while getting
The
hammered.
Ballad of Maladin and how he gets annihilated.
The Baladin, he said.
Yeah.
Paladin.
according to himself.
Arias is suddenly my favorite character.
But the knight speaks up and he says, well, it depends. Gajagar here is attempting to join us. My crash of relative speaking. However, if he is to return empty-handed and scarred, you would be hunted by more than just my people.
They're both
Torture,
they're
death.
they're both Githyanki, right?
You can tell by the pointed features protruding from this executioner-esque helmet that he's of the astral plane.
Okay, cool. Why do you guys know me?
Yeah, it doesn't seem fair. I mean, what if Maladin wants to join your crutch? What if he defeats that guy and joins?
Okay, Lou.
had
I'm
his
saying this.
aunt.
I'm saying this in Abyssal.
Okay.
Oh, right, Luke, you understand.
That is true. That is
Otherwise, if I'm saying it in common, I'm gonna tell Lou to shut up.
Maladin, translate for me.
No.
Says, in all honesty, choice is yours.
Okay.
I am here to simply mediate. See if Gajagar is worthy of joining.
Okay, so if I win, I still lose.
Not necessarily. The duel rules are simple. You two stand and pick from stones. He with the best stone tablet decides the ruling of or parameter being mentioned. This includes everything from dueling to the death, to the weaponry, to the armor. But an official duel has been declared.
I'm just so confused. Who are you? Why do you know who I am? Why do you want to kill me, Zach? What, like, is this something you just added to my story that I have no idea about? I also want to clarify that when I was looking at Githyanki, I don't think I was looking at 5e because the whole concept of pirates and raiders wasn't a part of it when I was looking at it.
That's fair. I mean, it is a very
For
whatever the word
those who
is.
don't know, the version that I read was
Mhm.
Githyanki were slaves to mind flayers. But Githyanki got out. Githyanki went to Astral Realm. Githyanki stayed there and lived in heaven forever. That's
That
the
is true.
version that I knew.
You read the correct.
Okay.
We are on the same page. It's just literally
Maladin's having a mental breakdown and just saying
yes.
this in common.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the same page. So how do you know me?
It's simple. You visited the astral plane and were given an option without reasoning or common understanding. You have left it. We simply took that as declining.
I look at Lou and I look at Layla.
What?
Well,
What? We never went to the astral plane.
Ooh, ooh, the solo episode went wild.
It did.
Ooh,
Maladin?
the
Alan, what are
solo
you
ep
talking about?
this solo episode's coming back to haunt me.
I love the idea that Layla kind of knows what he's talking about.
Well,
and
no
that
idea.
Paladin is having a complete mental breakdown.
do you want me to like talk these guys out of it? I can totally talk them out
Ooh.
of it. Either
I
that or
bet
I
I
can
could talk them out of it.
Lou, shut up.
We deemed you a threat
To who?
to our civilization and what we stand for.
Maladin?
We offered you a chance of redemption, and it was declined.
Maladin?
Remember when I was dead?
Look, buddy, I've been defending you a while. If it turns out you're a terrorist, I'm gonna be really mad.
No. Remember when I was
Wait, but-
dead?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
sent to a
One of my worst
place.
days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. One of my worst now too.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that actually died.
Yeah, but we brought you back.
What about it?
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
When I was dead,
Yeah.
I was given a choice. Guess who wished me back before I got to answer?
What was the question asked?
Oh.
What choice were you given, buddy?
Yeah. Like rice or noodles or what?
Zach,
Ooh,
you're
noodles.
you're actually gonna have to help me here because I forget what one of the choices were, but one of them was pretty much go through a bunch of trials for redemption and then like
Correct.
get brought back, but like I didn't know what format that was gonna be in. What was the other one?
So the individual at which you spoke with approached you friendly and had to you a recognizable face. It was a person you have not seen for a very long time.
I remember this.
Yes. During the conversation, he gave you an opportunity to walk away. Basically, on in this format was like an astral bridge, and you met him at like a crossroad. Behind him, he offered a path of redemption, as you recall, and in which offered you the relic with a very vague explanation of what it was, but you knew at some point you would be tried with some form of task, and depending on how you completed it, they would evaluate you. Or to walk past him and see what else lied for you in the astral plane.
Oh yes, and my dilemma was, do I try to go back and revive myself? That way I can save the other two.
Correct.
Ah, I'm remembering now.
Yes. And of course, we had come up with an idea of what was going to happen, and then we like hit reverse on the videotape, and then you
Yeah.
Yeah,
teleported back, and the dude was like, Maladin?
I believe the answer was Maladin took the amulet and was going to do the trials, and then it was retcon. Maladin doesn't get a chance to answer yet. Guess what?
Yes.
Ring, ring. Maladin, hey, we're bringing you back.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Maladin, it's just a misunderstanding then. Hey, guy, we just resurrected him. He didn't mean to say no.
Is this true, Maladin?
Yahan. The old man who gave me the option saw me randomly disappear. Did you talk to him?
Lou,
Yeah.
step forward.
All right, I'll step forward.
It gets cut in half.
Lou's feeling a little better about this. He's like, okay, it's a misunderstanding. It's
The
fine.
challenge is now being redesignated to Lou.
So for dramatic effect, just for a temporary moment, it's not going to take long. I'm going to leave you, Chase, and Sarah in this call, and I'm going to drag Carbo to another one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
Oh
It was
dear.
nice knowing. So she's dead, right?
Oh, 100%. Lou's about to get bisected, like straight down the middle. And then it's going to be like, Maladin, your sins have been relinquished. This poor soul has taken them for you. Which, I don't even know my sins. I don't know why they want to kill me. All I did was not give an answer at the time.
Yeah. Imagine that was like a woman that asked, though.
Cool. It wasn't.
Yeah, but like.
Also, they're in the astral plane, which I want to also point out that did not look like the astral plane. It looked like the hellscape that I was escaping.
What happened in your solo session?
Pretty much like it was like an hour to an hour and a half long. It wasn't actually that long, but it was pretty much like two choices, and it was me asking a bunch of questions. I'm pretty sure, like it was us like kind of clarifying a pathway. But also, fun fact, the dude I was talking to is someone I knew, and I had seen him die. He's apparently a different version of the same guy. So for me in the astral plane, multiverse exist, which I'm not terribly much of a fan of, but we put it in there.
Hey, there are options. There are other ways he could be alive.
No, he's dead.
It could be a simulacrum.
No, he's dead.
But it could be simulacrum.
No, he's dead.
Okay.
Which he still should have given me the vibe check pass for Maladin didn't do this. Also, apparently there's different versions of me and they're all schmucks. Which
Okay.
I feel
Not as
slightly
good.
insulted by because that was that was Zach throwing that in. Also,
Well,
what do you mean that wasn't much of a surprise?
what? I didn't say that. That was Callie.
Uh-huh. The one not in the call right now.
Yeah, she's at my house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I just lied.
You failed the deception check.
Nuh-uh.
You rolled a nat 1.
Hold on, I'm rolling deception. That's a 22.
You still failed. It wasn't a nat 20. It's a high check.
What?
Why I couldn't be DM. You got a nat 1. Get struck by God. Meteor.
It kind of happened in one of my campaigns once.
Oh. Was there just a meteor shower and someone was like, nat 1 for no reason?
Nah, the scroll, or our DM gave another character a scroll of meteor, essentially.
Please don't
No,
hit
it was-
themselves.
No, they used it to take out an incoming demon invasion.
Oh. That
Yeah.
sounds useful.
Yeah. That was a cool campaign. But those campaigns get stressful. This one's nice and not actually this is pretty stressful. But I trust everything's gonna be fine.
I like how we go, like, finally give Maladin, like, a session, and it's like, what is happening? Because no one has information. I showed Callie, like, my story sheet so far. It didn't include the solo session, by the way, because that's a video just sitting away right now in the files. Which, if I'd known that this is what it was going to be, I probably would have just gone ahead and thrown it up on YouTube.
Please don't throw up.
No, I said throw it up on YouTube.
Yeah, please don't throw it up.
Oh.
Just like post it.
Just let it be.
No, just post it on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah. I like throwing it
Well.
up.
Okay, well. Also, you showed Callie, but not me.
We were in a conversation. You went to bed.
I get sleepy. I'm holding out for that paycheck. I'm holding out. Very excited. No, it's a good job.
I'm gonna say it sounds like your job right now is just meandering.
Oh,
Problem
it's
solving.
fantastic. I work in a room with 3 other people, and all of them are just delightful. They've already given me a laptop to use and 2 additional monitors.
No ways.
It's sick.
Sounds a lot more relaxing than my job.
Yeah, I messaged my boss and I was like, hey, I kind of want to get lunch with a friend on Thursday. Like, what amount of time is good for a lunch break? And he was like, well, it's okay to occasionally take long lunches.
Yeah. I don't even get to take lunches. We have the lunch break period, but I don't have the time in the day to take it.
Well, are you hourly?
Yes.
Okay.
No, like by law they are supposed to give us it. It's just how my job works. If I take it, I'm going to
Ooh.
be behind.
Ooh. That's bad.
Uh-huh. So I just don't take it. I don't eat.
Well,
Which
that's
is why
really
I'm
bad.
which is why I'm $1.20 right now. Anyway, sadly this does cause a little bit of a lull in the stream, but it's fine. I'm going to go use the restroom while we're waiting.
Okay, what should I tell your stream about?
Anything and everything if you desire.
Okay.
Your
All right,
reason,
stream.
your reason for knowing Abyssal, because I'm not going to be here to know, and the other two
Oh,
are in a
okay.
different
I was
chat.
going to talk about For Whom the Bell Tolls, but I can talk about that instead.
Okay.
Okay, so chat, gamers. I don't have the stream pulled up, so I'm just gonna assume everyone's listening and thinking I'm so cool. So here's the dealio. Here's the hot take. I was making Layla, and I was like, you know what would be so funny if this teenage girl knew Abyssal. And now I realize that it actually has consequences of knowing that. So I'm just making Arias have taught her because hey, maybe he's not such a great dad, but he is smart and he's traveled. And I think he was like, well, schools usually teach an additional language. Here, kid, you want to learn Abyssal? And she was like, heck yeah, I do. And that's, how it worked out. Because she's smart enough and he's smart enough. They're just both stupid enough to not figure out that that's not what they meant by learning a second language. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Um, anyway, and For Whom the Bell Tolls, I was reading it because I'm a big fan of cyberpunk. And during a part of that, they bring up the book. And it was very intentional, especially since cyberpunk is set in the future and For Whom the Bell Tolls is a classic now. So I decided to read it. And not only is it fantastic so far, I'm about halfway through, but it seems to have a lot of references to Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is the anime that goes along with Cyberpunk. It takes place like a year or so before, I think. And I'm really interested to see the second half of the book and see how much of it correlates to how the show went. I don't think a lot of it has a lot of references to the game, but I'm holding out for that too because it's a fantastic game. It's got a fantastic story, and I'm never happy when I finish it. So that's how you know it's good. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 or another good story game. The Beginner's Guide. The Beginner's Guide is one of the best story games I've ever played. It's like an hour long, maybe an hour and a half if you're stretching it. Single player, total narrative experience. You just go through and they talk to you, kind of like the Stanley Parable. It was made by the same guys. And Firewatch as well. Firewatch, I think, is roughly somewhere between 2 and 5 hours. Again, great narrative game, great for getting cozy. Terribly sad when I finish it. Beautiful game. Love it. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but in Fortnite, when they add the jam tracks, there's some new ones coming out, and one of which is the opening for season 1 of Oshinoko. And I'm so excited because that song was not only just a great opener, not only fit the show very well, but it was topping charts, I think. It was fantastic. They killed it. There's like 3 genres in one song, so of course they're adding it to Fortnite. And I'm going to play it as Gojo and as Johnny Silverhand, baby, my boys. I'm so excited for season 3. Y'all have no idea. Because season 2 was insane. Like, I was following the manga for a while, and then there was something that happened in the manga, like, way on that was just like, eeh. So I was like, maybe not. But then I watched season 2, and I was like, maybe so. So, not like in support of that thing that happened. Hold on, I'm yapping. Not in like support of that thing that happened, but because the show was good enough that I'm just hoping that they like don't put it in the show and just keep it in the manga as a regret. But anyway, I'm excited for season 3. So excited for season 3 and for Fortnite. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. What were you saying, Chase?
What? Okay.
Oh,
Howdy.
Man, I really did have enough time to go to use the restroom, have a conversation, and go get more drink.
oh,
I-
yeah. To the
Uh,
stream.
I would say I meant for that to be like maybe 30 seconds, but then questions were asked, and then the character kind of obliged.
What do we see with our kind of elf eyes?
So,
With our a quarter elf eyes.
Well, hold on. There's a little more than
I'm
half elf
I'm counting
here.
between me and you, not the rest of the party.
Okay, whatever.
so what the two of you do see after he beckons Lou forward is what you can tell by from the distance and the posture of the two individuals, a mixture of bargaining and serious conversation. You see at one point both this knighted figure and Lou stow their weapons before this individual before you all seems to reach into his coat and hand Lou an object that he kind of has to hold out both hands and embrace to hold.
All I can
Yeah.
think about is Lou getting the scroll dropped in his hands, and Lou just like
Turns
falling.
around. Maladin!
I guess I'm
challenge you.
trolling you now.
Challenge you.
Maladin, sorry.
Yeah, Maladin.
You see, eventually, them essentially nod to each other before Lou, in a hunched over stance, holding this object.
How heavy is it? Jeez.
Heavy enough to get the point across, but I'm also
Okay.
kind of being dramatic.
Yeah.
It's like Mjolnir. You try to hold it, and you just drop.
Yeah.
But eventually, Lou, you return to a bunch of worried-looking eyes and interested folk.
Oh, Maladin.
Mm-hmm.
And they can tell what it is once they see it, right?
Yeah, you can. I'm giving you the freedom to reveal whenever you would like.
Okay. So Lou, I guess he's lost a bit of his confidence approaching Maladin.
Does he have a gator?
What?
Is it a gator?
No. No.
Oh, okay.
What? No. He's holding out shackles. Well, he gave me these for you to wear for this redemption thing.
I was just looking at the shackles, looking at Lou.
I know it doesn't look great. I argued about it, but I don't know your culture.
Neither do I. You are a
I
terrible
forgot about
representative.
Well,
apparently it's a thing.
using Maladin's knowledge, you can make kind of assumptions as to what is happening. I'll leave that up to you, Chase.
I mean, I kind of get it that they want to take me back so I can do the decision I was going to originally make.
I mean, this is the decision, I think. I think you don't have to do the duel if you wear these.
No, instead I have to go through some trials that the old man never answered.
I guess.
I tried getting a heads up on the pop quiz, and he didn't give me a heads up.
The option totally up to you. You just have to raise these above your head after you wear them, or fight that guy.
Well, if I fight that guy, it doesn't really do anything for me, does it?
Yeah. Oh, he said I could tell you that your friends are watching and are going to be looking for a positive outcome.
Great.
No, don't take this the wrong way, but do you have friends?
They're dead.
So your dead
Wow.
friends are watching. Cool.
I was just gonna hold his hands up for the manacles.
Oh, you want me to put them on you? Okay. All right.
It seems like he's gonna die.
Probably.
No.
High likelihood.
Uh,
Worst case,
Maladin-
apparently I go to the realm I'm going to anyways, so.
Maladin, if you die, do you want us to bring you back?
I mean, I feel like this is gonna be a similar problem at that point.
Is that a no or a yes?
Probably gonna be a no.
Okay. Well, it was nice knowing you. I'll make sure you get a good headstone.
I'll make sure you don't die.
The flowers there when I remember.
I won't let you die, as Lou puts the shackles on.
What's your favorite color?
It won't matter because he's not gonna die.
Okay, you're gonna feel really bad bringing the wrong flowers to his grave.
He's not gonna have a grave
A part of me,
Maladin,
because he's not gonna die.
a part of me really wanted to just have a joke where it's like Lou puts the shackles on, and then Maladin's like, "Oh, Lou, I didn't know you were into this."
No.
Huh. Runs away.
You just see
Sing
Lou
again.
click him on, just run to the tree line.
Yeah.
Okay, do you do as informed, wearing the shackles and raising them above your head?
Yeah, and I do a shrug gesture when I do it. And I was like this?
As you raise them and kind of shrug your shoulders, you feel as they slightly shrink in size to form not necessarily a mold, but a better grip around your bracers. And as you raise them up, you hear a quick. Sorry, I don't think it picked up, but the sound of almost like matter being blown away in the wind as the physical chain holding the two together disappears. And Maladin, you see two broken ephemeral chains that seem to be drifting in the direction behind you. But you're free to move your arms however normal you would like to.
Hmm. This is not what I expected. I was expecting to get beamed up by Scotty.
No.
I look to my right. Who's Scotty?
Who's Scotty?
Scotty doesn't know.
What's a beam?
Oh no. And with that, you see the knight before you bow. And as he does, you see Gajagar kind of getting irate. And in Abyssal, you hear him in a relatively louder tone, being like, "What? What? This isn't the arrangement." As um, the knighted figure whispers or talks to him, and he seems to be getting irate. But eventually, this figure opens the cloak and, kind of with a little bit of a rough grip around Gajagar's neck, shove him into it a little begrudgingly before flicking the cloak over his head and then disappearing.
Huh.
I don't want him treating you like that.
I just look at the shackles and I'm like, I was not expecting to still be here.
And it seems that the ephemeral chains, as you move them, as you turn and everything, seem to be pointing behind you at almost all times, like from the direction you were just coming from.
Oh, so no matter how many times I turn around, I can't like tie them around me the entire time.
No, they seem to kind of with a whoosh pass through your body, but seem to be
And no one else can see these, right?
to the west. Correct. You are the only one. So
Cool.
each of you sees Maladin kind of wearing them, and it almost to you guys looks like a fashion runway thing where he's like moving around and waving his hands and following some form of lines that you can't see.
You got something on you, bud, or
I have voices in my head, and now I'm seeing things. I'm afraid.
well, at least you're here with us. Good.
Maladin takes a second to think about that. Great.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. All right, where were we going?
Back to town.
It says the child.
For the
Oh no, this
I
child.
I did forget to speak about Neela's reaction to all of this. I will say, in a childlike manner, she is. Did seem frightened. But you do see her kind of curl up as Gadgegar came out of the woods and tuck towards Rodain in a defensive manner, so to speak, like to be protected. She seemed very frightened by the random astral business that just occurred.
Me too, child. Me too.
But yeah, the way before you is free, and you guys may begin heading back to town.
Man, I
As
really
goes.
should have asked them what these actually did.
That is true.
Really dropped the ball on asking the great question.
It is all good. If you would like, I can give you a clearer description. I'll probably have to write it out, but I can provide that for you. As it
Hon-
will kind of important.
Honestly, I was expecting the chains to lead to like a location I'm supposed to be, or like a task I'm supposed to do, or something I'm supposed to kill.
I mean, they're always drifting behind you to the west.
They're always drifting to the west or drifting behind me.
Drifting to the west.
Oh,
Current.
okay.
That's what I meant to say. My apologies.
Yeah, when you
And
when
that's
you
why
were
they
like,
kind of pass through you and everything, is because they are always trying to point westward.
yeah, I thought you meant they were like always drifting behind me, and I was like, oh, well, this is an interesting set of circumstances. They've given me an accessory that just obscures my idea.
Yeah, no. My apologies. No, I should have described that a bit better.
Oh, great. Look at my hands. I'm a compass now.
I mean, maybe. Um, as you guys continue heading back to town, you do see the sun beginning to set, as it has been a long day, spending a good bit of the evening in town purchasing things, or at least the morning, and then into evening, and then traveling over here to claim Neela after a few hours, and then, of course, heading back. But eventually, you guys get back to town. Do I have that map? I sure do. Wow, preparation really goes a long way.
What you could probably do at this point, since we have so many, is you can probably just have them all sprawled out on the table and just throw us on the ones that, like, the one that we're on, and then I can zoom into it, because I already do that anyways.
I think what I've been doing is for maps that you guys do not know about yet, but with that specifically, I can probably shrink it down to tile size and just throw it in the corner for ones you already know of. But yeah. Eventually returning to town, you see the sun is setting, but you guys are good to go. How are you guys proceeding? I will say, Layla, you do eventually kind of, through rather restless motions or murmuring amongst each other, but the bards are kind of ready to go back. And I do think Orias would mention that you did say you might want to spend the night with them instead of going back with Lou.
Oh yes, specifically because we're having a family discussion.
You don't need a mediator or something. Are you like I can send?
Are we gonna drop Renee and, like, Neela off? She has school. I have, like, quotation. What are quotation marks? I
Well,
do the motion anyways.
I'm not gonna speak for my lovely brother Leon on this, but it's a relatively smaller house compared to
It's a
typical
mansion.
mansions.
And we
But
did all see it. It is a mansion.
And you did agree to a family.
right, but family
Yeah,
is family.
Right.
Like you
Mhm.
have my blood and you.
Yeah,
Leon and I kind of share our parents' blood.
yeah.
And
No.
I've been
Hey,
taking
yeah,
care of
who
your daughter this whole time.
Maladin's from hell, apparently. Ronaine, I don't even know, and
You could always talk to him. He's not scary.
the gnome seems to murmur and kind of.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey,
He's giving
he
me
has a name.
anxiety.
he has a name.
That's right.
I will
What's
burn
his name?
you. If you don't answer right, you will die. Cleansed by fire you shall be.
You've been traveling with him. Have you even spoken to him once?
No, you
You've been traveling
haven't.
with him this whole time.
You've ignored me this
Not-
whole
not-
time.
Not really. No, he doesn't speak to us. He speaks mainly to
I
Maladin.
speak at you.
Well, that's because Maladin gives him the
I
time of
speak
day.
it.
I don't
Well,
know why
yeah,
he doesn't speak to
everyone.
me anymore.
Zach,
first
let
off-
me have this.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't mean to start a fight.
No, you
I-
were right. Speak at you.
I
Okay.
think
His
Oh.
name's Pugnat.
Right.
Don't forget it.
Pug Wumpy.
He
No.
he
And he
looks
kind
he looks like a
shoves his ear
combination
through
of
the
a pug and a gnat.
Nope. Say it again. 2 syllables. Pugnat.
I mean, now it feels forced.
Well. keep
All I'm
saying
saying
it.
is a family discussion should be with the family. I mean, what's the difference in talking to all of us now instead?
I mean, you could have
Because
done
you'll
that. We had a lot of walking
Wait,
time.
okay, how about this? We can have a smaller family discussion. Big sleepover with the 3 of us. And then tomorrow night we have the big family discussion where we fill everybody else in.
I mean, whatever you tell people is between you and them. I'm not gonna step in the way of that. And he kind of looks over to Leon. Roll for me like persuasion, I'll say.
Okay, I have inspiration and I'm willing to use it. So
Okay.
just I'm using my inspiration. Wait, if I use my inspiration and I get something lower, it takes the higher roll, right?
It takes whatever your new role is.
That whatever the new roll is.
All right. Cash money, let's go. Oh, baby, that's a 24.
You see Leon kind of reasoning with the narrative you're trying to set, right? Of family and having your friends there. And he says, well, I've never liked a one-sided discussion. And Orias, forgive me, but you are an asshole and do that quite frequently. If your friends would like to join, they can.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Lou and Maladin and I'm pointing at them.
Those 2 are welcome.
You 2. If either of you start a fight, I'm kicking you out.
Are you
I mean,
saying we're
that's-
family?
I'll still kick
Oh, you're saying we're family. And like,
Yes,
Lou is happy. Maladin's about to puke.
we're past this, okay? But I will kick you out.
I'll be on my best behavior.
I
I'm-
mean it.
I'm going to be focused on the magic chains I now have on my wrist.
That's fair, actually. You can.
Everyone
Maladin,
turns at you like, dog, what?
Maladin's going to be contemplating.
Ronaine, I'd invite you, but you kind of like have a kid,
Yeah, who's the mom?
and I don't think you want to be here anyway.
Not really.
Ha ha ha.
But, you know, we're a message away. I'll keep Lou nice and safe.
Yeah, I
I-
mean,
We're
It's not like you have to worry about me.
well, in all honesty, I mean, it might be for the best. Your Ithne will probably make cookies.
Oh.
Chocolate chip. Right out
No,
of the
not the
oven.
chocolate. No, not the chocolate chip. Well, you'll save me
was- I
some.
mean- Was quite excited that you were back and like had some time today to
Oh.
prepare.
Layla, I hate to say it,
If you want to roll insight,
but chocolate chip cookies.
I'd love to roll inside.
okay.
Can I also roll inside?
Yeah, getting in Maladin roll in sight. Maladin will drop this for cookies.
19.
Darn it.
You understand that he is halfway picking with you as to like Like,
Ha-
all right, but you know,
Halfway, there'll be sugar
all your
cookies.
friends are gonna be at the other party, kind of deal.
Ha ha ha. I think I can spend one night away,
Yeah,
and you'll just have to help her with the harvest and all that all by yourself,
that's
and miss out
fine.
on the big mansion with all the wine.
Ah ha ha. Yes,
You
don't
know,
drink it all. You know what? You have fun with that.
you
I
know,
will
she
take
always used to
care
say it's easier to
of
get drunk
Neela.
with 3 limbs.
I was gonna
I
say
will
two
take care of
working
Neela, and
arms.
I will take care of Pugnat.
All right.
Oh, I was really gonna say like Layla was giving out orders, and Pugna was gonna be like, what about me?
Pugnut can go wherever he wants. He's my friend.
He's
Aw,
family.
you will not be
He's the
cleansed in
family
the holy
dog.
fire. Okay,
Alright.
Lou, you will be cleansed in the holy fire.
Pugnat, in a very skittish and gingerly way, kind of punches you on the shoulder, Maladin. He's like, "Don't worry about us. I'll keep everyone safe."
Thank you, Pugnat.
I'm worried about my pocket healer. No,
You're
he
welcome.
hasn't left my pocket in years.
I hope everything's okay with what just happened. If you need, not a lot of people talk about their feelings, and if you need that, I will be at Itney's house.
He's talking
Wait,
to me, isn't he?
yeah, yes, he is.
I look at him. Thanks.
You're welcome. And he kind of awkwardly just walks away, and he's like, "Well, I guess he would like kind of talk to each of you." And he goes to Lou next, and he says, "Hey, just thank you for everything so far, and
Oh, yeah,
Pugnat's
obviously.
about to die off
if you don't
screen.
mind keeping care of Maladin, he's going through something and doesn't talk a lot."
I will do my best to get him to open up.
Okay. Yep.
But hey, it's just a night.
Yeah.
We'll see each other tomorrow.
Yeah. And then
Don't miss me too much.
same here. He goes to Layla next, and he says, "Hey, well, we'll be at Itney's house. Um, good luck with your family stuff.
Thanks, Pugnut. Hey, how you doing, buddy? You doing
I'm doing okay, actually. I mean,
okay?
at least we are able to walk around and help people, which is uh Ilmater's goal. Maybe that's why he sent me with you guys to a continent I've never been to."
Yeah, yeah. You know what, Pugnut, you matter to me. You're doing good.
Oh, well, thank you. And don't practice any cool tunes
Dog.
without
Don't.
us there.
Okay, I'll try my very best.
Zach, you may have seen it. I know the other two haven't. Dude, Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Abridged. I don't know if y'all know who Yamcha is,
I
but the
do
cast.
know. I do
yeah.
know Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Bridge, and
Yeah.
Yamcha's my favorite Dragon Ball.
He gets
Yeah.
everybody craps on him, and then Trunks from the future comes back and tells Goku, it's like, where's Yamcha in all this? It's like, well, he hmm, uh, a rope and a stool, and then Goku goes back to him. The first thing he says is, Yamcha, you're cool. Like that's all. That's the vibe I'm getting right now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. But with that, you guys temporarily part from the three kind of we'll call them stowaways,
Oh
but your followers, as they head to Idney's house, and you guys return to Leon's.
It's so sad to see them go.
It
Oh,
really makes you remember the times they were there. And I said,
I know.
"Heal me, please. I'm missing 2 health." And then
Rem-
Layla said, "Damn it! Why did I use all their spell slots?"
Reminds me of all those memories with Ronaine. You know, all the memories from childhood that
Yeah,
are easy to remember and hard to forget.
we have like flashbacks, and it's like Pugnat getting attacked by the Manticore, and like you guys frantically pouring the thing
his
down his
lifeless
throat.
body sitting there
Yeah.
filled with
Yeah.
spikes as the thing
And-
had his gold armor.
And then Layla like playing a sick tune because Pugnat would not stop asking for it because he thinks it keeps the peace.
It
Then
does.
we get like a cardboard cutout of like a shitty Ronaine,
Oh, no.
or like the finger hand puppets of like Ronaine and Lou walking on some field you've probably never seen and made up because you feel like that's relevant.
Yeah.
Lou and
Lou
Because you
Ronaine
have
totally-
no
They look like
truthful-
Muppets.
Yeah.
Lou totally beating Ronaine in a fight.
Yeah. And all the unique things that never happen.
Yup.
But yeah, you guys are returning. So while returning, is there anything you guys wanted to go ahead and talk about, or are you guys kind of waiting until you get there?
I would like to expressly have like an air of tension. Like
Okay.
the middle school don't talk to me aura.
Okay.
That's all,
Got it.
thank you.
So
I think
edginess,
Leon
not tension.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's angst in the air. Leon seems subtly concerned, but at the same time, like he's kind of got other things on his mind as well, as this is kind of an abrupt circumstance for him. Not knowing any of you like 3-4 days ago, and now having you all crash, but for the sake of his brother, kind of hosting this event and making sure everyone's okay. I'd say kind of in character. I feel like Orias would be kind of blissfully ignorant to it in a way. Like not in like a I don't care kind of manner, but more like this is my child, she just does this sometimes kind of manner. But eventually you all head back to the house and you see Leon pull out a key and begin to unlock his door before the door swings open and you see a 4.5-foot-ish human female with brown hair that is tied into a ponytail and goes about halfway down her back. She's wearing garments that are familiarize themselves kind of with like a maid-ish style. So she has the separate pieces of tufts of fabric that go over the pants or the chest area to keep messes off of her. She's wearing some form of gloves that seem to keep things directly off of her skin. And she seems to be carrying out a couple of the loose bottles that were left inside the house from the other day. And Leon goes, "Oh, Kara, you're done cleaning a bit early." She kind of looks up and she says, "Well, yes, Mason has extended the curfew now that the sun's going down. He's just making sure everyone gets home just in case." And Leon goes, "But where are my manners? Everyone, this is Kara. She tends to the home."
You have a maid.
A wife?
I was literally thinking, imagine if this was Layla's stepmom.
She's more of an assistant role. She helps with bookkeeping or anything going on in the town, and she also takes care of the home. Yes. She's like, well, I have nothing but good things to say about Leon. He takes care of me and my family. Like he pays very decently, and yeah.
So you are rich.
He kind of, like a, what is the word I'm trying to look for, dismissive manner. He's just kind of shrugs a little bit. He's like, well, we certainly make do. Yes.
Yep, that's rich people words.
Um. But yes. You said Mason is extending the curfew. I haven't heard about this. She says, yes, but he stopped by the house earlier to inform you. He already talked to the mason and the craftsman and kind of got everything worked out. But yes, you were busy. So I told him I would let you know. There's a note on the table explaining everything, but I happened to run into you, so just stay safe and indoors tonight. Hopefully that's not a problem. Right, and while I'm thinking about it, actually, did restock the shelves, and while doing so, I found a scribbled note that kind of looked like your handwriting, asking for more beverages. So I made sure to get that handled as well.
Let me see.
And you see his face kind of shift a little bit in like a you didn't, and you see your father smirk as he has probably handcrafted your uncle's handwriting enough to leave a shopping list as well.
Oh, nice. Never mind, that's funny.
Yeah. And he goes, Kara, thank you so much. Just don't do that tomorrow, please. I don't know what got into me, and yes, thank you. As she gives you all just like a gentle nod and begins to head out. Leon enters. He's like, right, same as before. If you don't mind taking off your shoes, there's a large common area upstairs in the foyer that you guys can kind of set up however necessary. Um, but yes, make yourself at home within reason.
Okay, first I'm telling her bye as she leaves.
Yeah, absolutely. And she says, pleasant to meet you.
Yeah. And also I'm gonna need a bed. This is to Leon.
Well, there is a bed up there.
Is it in the same room?
I mean, it's not really a room. It overlooks the common area.
Hmm.
Well, no, don't make any special accommodations for me. I've got this great sleeping bag that I use outside in the
Oh,
mud.
we also have the couches available. I mean, if you rather sleep
Maladin's
there.
already sprawled out on it.
Just
All right.
yep.
All right, cool. I'll pull out just the filthy sleeping bag.
I'm using prestidigitation to fix that.
Takes off his shoes and plops down the muddy sleeping bag on the nice fur floors.
I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
Yeah,
Oh.
if I would have thought about it, I might have asked this one specifically to keep his shoes on.
Hey,
He's an
look at this
elf in
clean, these
every way.
pristine socks.
He's an
And
elf in every way,
Layla,
but he has hobbit feet.
yeah, Layla, while you are using prestidigitation, you also see Leon kind of put his thumbs together and then lean to the floor and began waving his hands in front of him as he also casts prestidigitation and seems to be
Nice.
like kind of blowing the dirt and grime out the front door.
Also, I have one more rule for tonight.
Yeah.
Before and during our family discussion, no one gets alcohol. Nobody except for me. Because I have to put up with you lot. And Maladin, he
That's-
had a bad day.
Fine. What about some diluted alcohol, though? For
All right.
the taste.
Marias goes,
No.
no,
All right.
if I don't get alcohol, you're not getting alcohol.
Well, nuh-uh.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I had it while you were gone.
So did I.
Okay. Well,
I think it's only fair that we all abide by the same rules.
I agree.
I don't.
So all of us should get alcohol.
No.
Or-
No,
Or
we should have a sober
Okay.
discussion. Although I think Maladin should get a drink so he can like, kick back. He's had a long day.
I
listen,
had a lot.
I understand having a crappy hand, and I do feel for you, Maladin. I'm sure that it will be the best ballad of our generation. However, for the conversation at hand, I don't think that's fair either.
I expect to get royalties.
Hold on. No, you're not drinking because you drank a lot yesterday and this morning. You've had your drinks for today. I haven't.
Well, me and Leon needed to catch up.
Yeah,
you
and now
ask-
we're all catching up. My
Did you
turn to catch
ask-
up.
Did you ask Oliver if she had alcohol at her house?
Who's
Oliver?
What's your mother's name again?
Ithne.
Ithne.
You suck.
Lou? We talked about this.
Okay, I'm not causing a fight.
Okay.
Have you ever
all
thought
right.
about calling him a loser?
Oh, can I punch him once?
No.
One
No.
in
Not
the
in my
gut.
brother's house.
All right, step outside.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, let's all gather and get to talking.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
Zach, about how long do you think this conversation is going to last?
We have enough time.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's 10.
It's 10 now.
Do you think we could be done by 10:30?
Most likely, yeah. I think that's
Okay.
easily doable.
Where are we gathered? I need to visualize this.
Living room, right?
Yeah, so it's probably the living room. Leon is in the kitchen, just like going through the pantry. Maladin is sprawled out on one of the couch, so some of you are able to sit on the other couch. But someone will probably be standing.
I'm gonna let them have all that. I'm gonna sit at the same like level of hovering, but on the rug.
Okay. That works. But yeah, there's a fire left running from when Kara was over. She seemed to have heated the house as well. And the rug is clean. It's very pristine in here. She seemed to have done a very good job.
Okay.
But your
Good for her.
dad kind of lounges in the chair, so when I'm guessing Lou is free to sit beside him.
Yeah. I will sit beside Maladin.
No, when I say Maladin sprawled out, I mean he's laying on the couch.
Cool. Lou's gonna
I'm
just
sorry,
sit on
you
his
could
legs.
sit beside Orias if you wanted to, or on Maladin's legs.
Yeah, he's gonna sit on Maladin.
Okay. Layla is looking straight at her dad. Yeah, run one more time because I think I might have misunderstood. Why didn't you tell me like your real name, or that you had a brother, or that you were selling state secrets, or that you used to be famous, or that you were leaving the country?
For your own safety and well.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Why is that for my safety?
Ooh. Well, as you can see, it kind of leads to jail and
Right.
relocation.
Right. So why did you make those decisions?
Which ones?
Okay, let's start. Why didn't you tell me your name? Why did I know the same amount about you as the public?
Because I mean, it would have been awkward, especially in your youth to tell you I had a different name in front of your mother, or
She didn't know?
no, she did not.
I don't I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, listen, it's kind of an awkward conversation, okay? Because
Right.
someone gets to
Yeah.
know you for who you are, but
Uh-huh.
when you meet them, you say your name is Dave. So, like,
Yeah.
you really love Dave,
Right.
and you after a while you don't think about it, and then you think about it, and you're like, oh shit, this person knows me as an entirely different persona than, well, not persona, but name.
Persona.
It's
Um,
a it's a
how long?
finite detail in the grand scheme of things. She
How
knew me
long?
for me.
How long were you two together?
How old is Layla?
18.
Time really flies, but if I had to say, probably about 21
Don't say years. Please don't say years.
years.
Oh,
Now hold on. Got together 21 years ago, or were together 21 years total?
20, well, I think they're kind of all in the same here.
what?
Well, no, because she's dead. That's not in character. Just well,
Is it
they're not together anymore.
Wait,
Well, correct.
you're not still with her. Clearly. Unless you just really don't know what that means.
Yeah. Is your mother still alive? I know this isn't an opportune time. Is your mother still alive?
I never decided. I told you whatever you want to do is good. Layla does not.
I see, because I was kind of thinking of it as a dead situation. But if
That's
it's
fine.
not, okay.
Either
Just
way.
wanted to double check. Um, yeah, maybe higher 20s.
What?
There was crossover as well.
What is crossover?
Well, like she did. I mean, it wasn't like pregnancy difficulties. She got ill, and before that, I knew her. And you're right; it would be closer to 40. I'm saying that, but I used his voice. Yeah, 40 would probably be a good idea. They had a good life before you were born, and some after.
I think we shouldn't have had a family discussion.
No, this is good. It's good to let things air out.
Well, how long did you think I knew your mother?
I don't know. I didn't know I knew her.
For a little bit of time. She would say, "Hello, sweet pea," and you would say, "Goo goo gaga."
I did not sound like that.
I think the dialect and everything match up. If only you could remember.
Okay. All right. Sure. Whatever. Fine. I'm moving past that because I don't want to think about it right now. What about that? And I'm just pointing at Leon. Why didn't you tell me about that?
Uh, well, I did. I thought I had mentioned that I had left this life behind.
Right. I
And
don't think you
Leon,
just like decide that and then not tell a person that you have a kid with your real name and then not tell your kid that she has more family. I think that's actually evil and a bad thing.
Leon, who seems to be whipping up some form of stew, uh, pitches in and he says, "Well, to give your father a very little amount of merit, we were not on speaking terms for a good deal of time.
I can see why.
Yeah.
What? Okay, you know what? That's another thing. What happened between you two that made you suddenly fight?
I think Leon kind of blows and shakes his head a little bit, like a scoff almost.
Leon looks back and points at you.
No. And you can, if you don't mind going ahead and making me an insight check while I say this part.
Oh boy.
Um,
Okay.
he says, "Well, we were in business. 2 bards, 1 name, and we had a lifestyle." And Leon kind of points his hand in there and goes, "That we agreed on." He said, "Yes, that we agreed on." And after a while, one of us wanted to stop performing. Which of course causes quite a bit of issues. And you see Leon nodding in the corner. For both parties involved. And Leon hisses a little bit. He says, "Okay, mainly for one person involved that didn't make that decision. And we parted ways to not speak on it again."
Oh, that was it. You guys just
Yeah.
can't talk out your issues.
Well, it's not necessarily that. It's just that we. Is that Insight 16 rolled
Yeah.
fresh? From the way Leon is wording things, you can tell that he's kind of trying to pridefully soften the blow, at least on your perception of him. From Leon's reactions, you do see that there was tension caused because they had basically a deal going on, and your father apparently broke said deal, which was performing as one name.
Yeah. That makes sense.
With that being said, he is omitting details in a very specific fashion as to get you the truth, because he does seem to want to be truthful, but something in or around this room he does not want let out. He doesn't want something up in the air.
Hmm. You sure that's the whole story, though?
I mean, that's the meat of it, yeah.
Okay. What about the bone?
What parts of the bone? The only bone was the bone Leon picked with me.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay, but for real, Seeds.
What is what would you
So, like, why did you want to stop performing? Because you just went back and then performed and sold state secrets for freezies. So, what was the real reason you stopped here?
I don't hear Leon kind of over your father's kind of indirect nature speak up, and he says, "Here's what I think. I think your father found something he loved more than music. And in the past had reprimanded and forced my hand for the in the opposite direction. I think
Read-
your father fell in love and did not have the gall to tell me in a proper manner and decided he wanted to leave. Is that correct, Arias? And you see your father kind of with foot in mouth, kind of written on his forehead, and a slight paleness to his complexion, gulps. And he says, something along those lines.
Oh my. Okay. All right. I regret this.
Leon speaks up and he says, "Why? No, this is fun."
Right. So he ditches you because he finds a girl that he likes. And then as soon as she's out of the picture, he starts music again and then ditches me.
Um, I think indirectly, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I had more questions and I can't really think of them anymore. Funny enough.
Listen, Layla, I apologize for who I am and quite a few of the decisions I have made.
Which ones?
The list is longer than I'd like to admit.
Okay, let's go for the big ones. Which ones are you sorry for?
Maybe let's not push him so far.
The ones that led me having to leave home. The ones that got my brother in jail, my emotions twisted and worry brought on my brow, the ones that made me leave our home. And I get it, I've made mistakes. But I don't know what else I can say.
I just want to know it's not going to happen again. I'm not angry at you for leaving. You did something you had to do. I'm not angry about that. I thought you were dead. I didn't know where you were or why you left or what I'd done, just that you weren't there anymore. All I want is to know that's not going to happen again.
He looks at his feet and he has his elbows propped up on his knees, and you see with his hands he's kind of in a dysfunctional manner, kind of interlocking his fingers and stressfully twisting them back and forth. And he's holding back tears. Layla, how can I prove to you that I am here to stay?
I don't know. Just
Because I feel like I can say it. And I understand if you do not believe it. But all I have right now is my word.
if you tell me, and you tell me that your word is worth something, then I'll believe you. But only once.
I am not gonna leave you alone again.
That's worth something?
I worried for your safety out here, but by leaving you alone, you've found friends and gotten in situations I didn't even think of and made it. I am genuinely proud of you and sorry.
Okay.
I trust. I, I want you to trust me that it will not happen again.
I do. I also want to make one more agreement. However long my life is, I never want another family discussion.
I
Hear that.
like that.
All right, Brinks.
And I think as that wraps up, he stands up and approaches you and opens his hands up and would like a hug.
Oh, yeah, he's like getting the biggest hug. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
okay. Good. Good. And if you were not already trusting of the words he has said to you, his firm embrace and demeanor, he holds you like he is afraid to lose you or let any harm come to you.
Nice. See, that's what Leon was lacking when he was trying to be a father.
Like any level of paternal instinct, yeah.
Yeah. Orias has got that now. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Layla's crying a little, but she's got the spirit.
Fair enough.
Lou's getting the spirits in the kitchen, the alcohol.
Okay.
Like emotional talk gets
No.
finished, and all of a sudden you hear, "Okay, soup's done."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the microwave ding. The mythical microwave ding.
And it's ruined.
And it's now. Yes. So it is 10:22. I guess we will go ahead and close on that kind notion. Are there any questions, comments, concerns, things that we would like to discuss before kind of wrapping up here?
Yes, I would love a POV of what's going on in Anthony's house right now.
Oh my god.
Please, I want to know the tea.
The child is asking Ronan, "Why are Githyanki so evil?"
Oh, I was fully expecting just Ronan and Anthony in the kitchen shit talking Lou.
Eating, like, discussing over chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
I think in kind of a closing statement, we kind of get a view of the house dimly lit, maybe a candle here or there. Pugnat sleeping in the little bed that Layla was in, Neela in the master bed. um, both of them knocked out. Long day. All the shoes at the front living room area. And then a slow pan into the kitchen with a long table you all sat at. At the head of the table, we have Ithne. Further down, we have Ronaine. And Ithne, with a stressed look on her head, asks Ronaine, "Where has he been?" As my cat tears apart my chair.
Meatball.
Meatball.
Meatball, the little rebel.
Who's gotten soaked throughout this entire night, as I've heard you spritzing him in the background.
A few times, a couple times. He's been doing better. It's just
Yeah, if you think that's a chair moving, that's not. That's a spray bottle.
Amazing.
You mean this one?
That.
Doot doot.
Yep. Does actually sound like the newt newt bird. Newt 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 newt
That's
newt.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So we will end session.
Oh, we don't get to hear Renee's reply. That's just the end.
Nope.
We're gonna end
No,
on a
you do not.
cliffhanger.
It's almost like a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna rat me out.
What a wild session.
Yeah.
Amazing session.
Me totally not preparing a system for a duel that never happened.
Yeah, I was all read up on helping.
Yeah. I mean, it very well could happen again.
It's my fault for
You're not doing this fast
suggesting a
enough.
solution.
You're not
Wait, do
going
I know?
west at the speed we desire. Granted, we never gave you a time frame and you never asked, but you have one.
No, I mean, I understand it. Because that's the thing, like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I have to weave this in somewhere. And I know there's gonna be questions, but I feel like that's part of, like, Maladin's backstory, is being a Githyanki, but, like, never really getting to the astral plane or understanding, like, what the Githyanki have built. So, like, to me, there's kind of a funny in the dynamic of this man approaching you and saying, "As all creches follow, you must accept this duel," and him being like, "Dog, what's a creche? What's a duel? Like, who are you?"
Hitting the
Like,
stereotypical Maladin beats of, what is this? Who are you? What?
yeah, exactly, and that's part of
You
the
got-
reason.
You got part of it. You got.
Yeah,
How do you know me? Why do you
Yeah.
want to kill me?
exactly. Yeah. Which is funny because I almost give you an answer, and then you were like, "No, Lou, you're not in this conversation." And I was like, "I'm not gonna say anything more about it." But yeah, and I will say, just because, and it kind of also shows that, like, players can talk to each other about things that happen. Lou got a decent bit of information as well in their little private conversation.
Oh,
yeah, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to share with the players.
I
That
went
is
ahead and gave some information to Sarah.
For the most part, anything. Of course, the guy did kind of make a request, so.
Can you DM me the specifics of that request so I can have that on, like, good authority, that I'm not misinterpreting it?
Well, I can say this open air. Because Maladin accepted it, and that was kind of the first step
you know, he told you what was going to happen and told you not to say anything for a reason.
Mhm.
And now that that has come and gone, you get a feeling that you can probably talk to Maladin about anything he said, really.
Okay, awesome. I think
Because
Lou and
part of
Maladin
it,
are gonna have a conversation of their own.
part of it was to see how he would react to the said request. So now that that has passed, you are.
I hope you
right, this
realize how many like ultimatums and kind of like quandaries you have created, such as Maladin is now in a position of knowing that like hearing people are watching him from the afterlife, and it's like that leads now to the concept of, oh, then I can just die and be like in heaven then. Like
Oh,
that
no.
that is
Well, from your
legit.
current interpretation of like how things are operating, yeah. I mean,
No, Maladin, you have so much to live for.
Yeah, it's
Oh
the
my
astral
God.
realm. It's not a like a binary of, oh, you're going to heaven or hell. No, no, no. It's straight up like an astral plane apparently. It's either that or redemption.
well, I mean that's a peculiar case too, because like technically you weren't fully dead,
True.
because these people were offering you an opportunity at life. It's very possible that Maladin was flying wherever Maladin was gonna go, and these people were like, "Wait, we got a proposition for you."
I get
and pulled you
shanghaied.
back. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of conflicting, confusing stuff going on, and eventually you will find out. I mean, you have a interesting kind of compass on you now.
When I head west, I'm just gonna fight the dude that I was originally supposed to fight. He's just gonna be there being like, I've been waiting all this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
We could have solved this in the field, but they wanted me to wait here while you traveled.
Yeah. Secretly, all of you sucked at perception, and while Maladin was just like checking out the bracers, there was a third Githyanki sneaking up behind you with like a dagger in hand, just like kind of doing like the Grinch stealth motions.
And the one executioner dude was just like, not now.
Yeah, no, no, hold on. Wait, call him off. He accepted the deal. Like, but yeah.
Well, with that, I think we are good to call it.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody.
Bye.